Yo, what's up guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about what it's like working at Firestone. So I just got hired at Firestone probably about a week and a half ago. And I'm just going to give you a little example of what it's like and what my pay is like and everything like that. Tell you my thoughts at the end of this video on what I think about working at Firestone. So I got hired on at Firestone as a Lube tech. Oh my god.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh my. But yeah, I got hired at Firestone as a Lube tech. That's the job title. You're basically the grunt of the place. You do everything nobody else wants to do, and yeah, you get paid hourly as a Lube tech. Once you move up to C tech, that's when you start getting paid for your flag hours, and I'll explain that later in the video. So your daily work as a Lube tech is you change oil filters, you change the air filters if you know they're sold. After you do a courtesy check. Courtesy check is just running over the simple things in the vehicle like wiper blades, headlights, air filter, cabin air filter, PCV valve. Like it's stuff that can be checked within 15 minutes, and you do that check, and then you start working on whatever else you need to work on. You test the battery. You replace the battery if you sell it, but you also do rotations for tires. It's just the Firestone way. That's what they call it there. Literally the Firestone way of rotating tires is if it's front wheel drive, the front wheels, the drive wheels crisscross, the non-drive wheels just go straight. So if it's front wheel drive, the front right is going to go to the left back, and the left front is going to go to the left back. And that's kind of how that goes. And if it's rear wheel drive, right back, left front, left back, right front, you know? And then you also change tire. That's actually how it works.
I'm really confused.
Yeah, and then all wheel drive, you do the crisscross, you know? Oh my god.
I'm sorry.
Oh. And then you change tires. So you have a whole bunch of tires in the back room. You have to go find the tire. Usually not sorted at all because Firestone's not organized at all. So you have to go through and look at the part number and match it up and make sure the wheel is the right one, because I already made the mistake of trying to put on a wrong sized wheel even though it had almost the exact same part number except one number in the part number that was different. They tell you to look at the last three, and if the last three match what's on your paperwork, you pull that out. Well, I matched the last three, it was 832, but then the part number for me was 2832, and yeah, it just was wrong. Wrong part, wrong tire, like completely. It was so stupid. But anyway, you do tires, take them off the rim, you put a tire on the rim. You also do flat repairs. Flat repairs are just, a plug. You just shove a metal prong through the tire with a sticky end on it, and you pull that metal prong all the way out, and it pulls off, and then there's a rubber piece that comes through the tire. You snip that off, and then boom, your tire's patched. Not hard at all. And then at the end of the day, your basic lube techs are basically the ones who clean up the shop. The techs, they're not going to help you. No one really helps you unless you have decent coworkers. My coworkers are pretty decent because they'll help me pull in vehicles and all that. But at the end of the day, you're the one sweeping up the shop. You're the one moving all the tires back in. You're the one taking out all the tires that were pulled off that day out into the used tires area. And then you take the scrap metal and you put it back. So at the end of the day, you're the grunt. You're doing that work. So the benefits. What are the benefits of working at Firestone? Health, dental, vision, that kind of benefits. As a full-time employee, if you're part-time, this part doesn't even matter to you. Skip forward if you want. But full-time, you get health, dental, and vision if you choose to have those benefits. The health is 3 tiers. You got bronze, silver, and gold. Bronze there's basically no difference at all except for your deductible. Bronze, I'm pretty sure it was like you have to pay up to $7,000 or something like that. Or, oh, it was $3,000 for bronze. You had to pay for until the insurance starts kicking in, and silver it was $2,000 or $1,500, and then gold was $1,000. So
Gold was at 750.
oh, gold was 750. So there's not a huge difference. I mean, if you want to, and it's just more expensive, obviously, to move up. The less you have to pay until they start covering more. So it's honestly all just dependent on what your financial situation is and that case. Vision, I mean, your eye exams I think were $10, and then they help you out with contacts and lenses, but it's nothing special. So,
And frames.
and frames. They help you out with frames, but it's nothing special. And then, oh, there's also a hurricane going on outside right now. It's Hurricane Dorian. We're in South Carolina, so it's hitting us. Then you have, I said vision, you have dental. Dental's like, it's not great either. You also get discounts that I thought we wouldn't have. So besides the discounts of working at Firestone, like you get so much % off of tires, oil changes, and any service provided by Firestone. You also get discounts through dealerships like Toyota, Ford, Nissan.
Just all the major ones.
Yeah, all the major dealerships you get a discount from. You also get discounts from like a shoe company and just a whole lot of different ones. There's a computer company. Oh yeah, exactly, for your feet. But a whole bunch of different companies you get discounts in. So, I mean, that's a plus, honestly. Save money if you want to buy a laptop from, I'm pretty sure it was Lenovo that they had the discounts through. Also, another benefit of working there is you won't actually get your clothes dirty after the first week and a half, because they give you uniforms. So for the first week and a half, wear stuff that you don't care about, because it'll get dirty. Trust me, the oil doesn't come out. I've tried. Half of my shirts are stained already. So that's one of the downfalls, I guess, is you don't get your uniform up until like a week to 2 weeks in. Sometimes it can even be a month, because I have a coworker who special ordered in because he was a bigger size than what they had.
So he's fat.
Yeah, well, he was fat. All right, he was fat, but he had to have his clothes special ordered in, and it took it a month to actually get the clothes to him. Another thing I want to mention with Firestone is if they say that you don't have to buy your own tools and they provide you tools, don't believe them.
They're full of shit.
Yeah, they're absolutely full of shit. Like, you have to buy your own tools. At the end of the day, if your coworker's nice, they'll let you borrow their stuff, but you need your own tools. You need your own tools. Even if they tell you like, oh no, we have our own shop tools, that you can use. They don't. They're all stolen. They're all gone. All of them. Don't believe them. So some of the tools that you're gonna have to buy is just a toolbox. If you're a lube tech, I would definitely invest in a rolling toolbox, or just a cheap one. I bought mine for $50. It was Craftsman. It's a 2-story toolbox. So
where did you buy it from?
I bought it from Facebook Marketplace. So easily, like, you can find them cheap anywhere. You just gotta look out for them. Try yard sales, Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, anywhere really. And then you also want to get yourself a nice air impact wrench. And don't buy the one at Harbor Freight for $50, because one of my coworkers also bought that, and it's trash? Yeah, it's trash. Absolutely trash. It doesn't take off lug nuts after the first 3 months. When you're going to buy an air impact wrench, don't drop low. I would say 100. If you can find a nice one on Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist or something like that for $50 to $100, go for it. But I wouldn't spend more than $150 on your first one. I spent $120 or $100. I think I spent like $100 something, like under $110 on mine, and it was from Harbor Freight. it was the earthquake. So don't go crazy, but get yourself a nice one. You're also going to need wrenches and sockets. They provide you with a torque wrench. It's going to be a snap-on torque wrench, so that's out of your way. You don't have to buy that. The first month that you're working at Firestone, they'll eventually send you to a school where they just teach you basically the fundamentals of Firestone and what you're going to be doing, and they're going to teach you about your job and all that kind of happy, fun stuff.
When do you do that?
I haven't done it yet. I'm going to be doing it probably within the next 2 to 3 weeks, I would assume. They told me it would be in my first month, but we're coming up like 2 weeks away from being my first month, so don't really know.
Update you later.
Yeah, I will definitely update you later on how school is at Firestone. That's another video I'll probably do. So the hours at Firestone. As a lube tech, you will not get overtime. Even if they tell you that overtime is available sometimes, you probably won't get overtime, just because they don't like paying the hourly rate of lube techs, because you get paid hourly, of course. It's time and a half, so they're not going to pay you. They're not going to. Firestone technically just doesn't want to pay you that money, so they're not going to give you overtime in the off season anyway. In the on season, when it's super busy and they absolutely have to give you overtime to get the work done, they're going to give you overtime. But in the off season, what? Oh, okay. Farted. But anyway, in the off season, they're not going to give you overtime. It's very long hours. Your time that you go in is set, of course, and the time that you're supposed to leave is technically set, but it's not.
It's bullshit. That's bullshit.
Yeah, it's bullshit, because some days I'll be scheduled until 5:30, and then I end up staying until 7. And some days I'll be scheduled till 7 at the end of the week usually, and I'll be sent home at like 4 because I've already reached my 40 hours and they need to send me home early. So your time that you go in is set, but your time that you leave, not set. Don't believe that you have a schedule there. Promotions. Promotions are almost non-existent. Somebody in your shop has to move up for you to be able to get promoted. They're not going to promote you if they have 3 B and A techs and a C tech, and then you're the lube tech. They're not going to move you up to C tech. Like, unless you've been there for a substantially long time and no one looks like they're going to get promoted, you might get promoted to C tech, but it's very much doubted. And with promotion to C tech, you are then dropped out from being paid hourly to being paid for your flag hours. And flag hours is, so say you're doing an oil change. They give you, I think, 30 minutes to 45 minutes to do an oil change. If you do it in 15, you still get paid for 30 minutes. If you do it in an hour, you still get paid for 30 minutes. So no matter how long it takes you to do that job, you're still getting paid the same amount, like 30 minutes. So you just gotta learn how to do things super quick. It's a time-based at that point in time once you get moved up to C tech. As when you're lube tech, doesn't matter. They're still gonna ride you if you're like not getting the appropriate flag hours for being a lube tech, which is it's 60% of your time that you work during the week. So if you work 40 hours, they're going to want you to have 24 hours in flag hours, 24 to 25. So watch out for that. So the pay is it's okay. I mean, for being a lube tech and just doing the main 3 things that you're going to be doing, it's not bad. I mean, I get paid $11 an hour. I've seen people get paid $10 an hour, and I've seen people get paid $12 an hour. I did a little research online to see how much everybody's getting paid for as lube tech, because I don't want to be screwed in this situation. But you basically just, you get annual raises each year. From what I heard, it's 30 cents, but you never really know. Let's be honest here. So if they're trying to hire you in for less than $10 an hour, I would highly recommend not doing it unless you plan on, because you'll definitely, you could definitely get in there for $10 an hour or more, because I got in starting at $11 an hour. So don't let them cheat you out of like what they owe you, because of course they're going to. Like any business, really, any business is going to try to start you out at a lower rate. You just got to sell yourself to them. It's all business from you joining to business from you like being in the company. You got to ask for raises, or else they're not going to give you a raise. You know, it's kind of how it works. I haven't been there long, so I haven't asked for a raise, but you got to do it eventually. One of the other benefits from working there, I forgot about this, was they completely pay for your ASEs. So like you want to go out and take your break ASE, they'll pay for it as long as you pass. That's the only catch that I've gotten. As you pass, because that's what everybody has said to me, is as long as you pass, you don't have to pay for it. So I'm assuming if you don't pass, you're gonna have to pay for it. So make sure you're ready and then go and take it. Make absolutely 100% sure that you are ready to take that ASE and then go and take it. Because if you don't pass, you're gonna end up paying like $100 for that test that you failed. So just make sure you're ready for that test before you go out and just try to take it. The management is pretty good at my store. It's all dependent on location, obviously, because you can read a million things about, oh, my manager was a dick, oh, my manager was this, but my manager is pretty cool. Like, he understands that I have a wife and we have one car, so I have to take her to work and then I go to work. So he's really cool about that. He's just like, okay, yeah, no problem. Just drop her off, and then whenever you're able to make it in, come in. So just all dependent on location. My manager is pretty cool. My district manager, as far as I know, is pretty cool, because he's actually the one that called me and offered me the job, was the district manager. They saw my resume and they were just like, hey, you want to come work for us? And I was like, sure, I'll get out of Bilo. And that's where I was working before. So yeah, my thoughts on this job is it's not bad. The hours are long. If you're just getting into the automotive industry, I would definitely recommend it, because it's a good entryway to expand your horizons. It's not a place that you want to stay, from what I've heard. I would definitely try to get into a dealership as soon as possible, or get into a private company, like a privately owned shop, by just not a franchise, because Firestone's only out for money, of course, and dealerships are going to treat you better. You get better, maybe not treat you better, but you get better discounts on the cars at a dealership. And then you're only working on one type of car, which is like a Chevy. Like, you work at a Chevy dealership, you only work on Chevys. You know, you work on a Nissan dealership, you only work on Nissans. At the end of the day, they're gonna pay you more too, because they're a dealership. They're not a repair company at the end of the day. So, like I said,
Well, at the end of the day.
At the end of the day, they're a repair company. Like, they're not like a dealership who's making buku bucks off of selling vehicles. They're just selling tires. That's their main sales is tires. Tires at Firestone cost no less than $200 a piece.
But what about the beginning of the day?
Beginning of the day, tires cost no less than $200 a piece. So yeah, summary of this video. Job title is Lube Tech. Daily work, you're going to do oil filters, oil rotations, tires, you're going to do flat repairs, and you're going to clean up the shop. You're going to do the grunt work. Benefits, you got health, dental, and vision. In health, you got bronze, silver, and gold. Hours, there's going to be no overtime for you as a lube tech in the off season. And the hours are very long. Like I said, don't have a set schedule at all. Promotions, non-existent. Don't even like think you're going to get promoted within the first year. All right? Just let it be a surprise when it comes. Just don't even expect to be promoted. Expect your life to be a lube tech for the rest of your life if you plan on staying at Firestone. The pay is not terrible, but it's not great. You know, you're not going to be able to live on your own as lube tech. You're going to end up having to live with somebody, or live with your parents. Yeah, that's always fun. The management, again, it's all dependent on location. And then my thoughts. Good for entry level, not great for somebody. Yeah, it's not great for like you making it a career. At the end of the day, it's just not a great career choice to be in forever. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Later.
Bye.